The adrenaline that you get from when you're sending the girls or boys out on the catwalk in your clothes is incredibly exciting. Hello, I'm Vic and I studied fashion at Kingston University. Last week we had a great opportunity to showcase our first collection at Graduate Fashion Week on the catwalk. It was definitely a lot of hard work to get to that point, but I think it was a really nice end to what was a really challenging but fulfilling 3 years of studying. One of the good things about Kingston is that it is part of Graduate Fashion Week, and I think that was definitely one of my incentives when I was thinking about where I wanted to go. Graduate Fashion Week's obviously got a lot of hype around it. It gets a lot of exposure, it gets in a lot of magazines, and there is a selection process to get into Graduate Fashion Week, and luckily I was selected to have my work on the catwalk. And I feature in the Times newspaper the day after Graduate Fashion Week, which is a really nice thing to have as an ending to the course, because it was just so nice to be able to see that there were people outside of the university looking at our work. But it's not just there to be marked to get a grade, it's actually about sparking the imagination of someone who might want to actually employ you. One of the reasons why I came here is when I looked at the work that I'd seen that people were doing. There was so much drawing and so much expression and a lot of freedom in the designing. So when I was looking around and choosing which place to go, I thought Kingston actually offered in between stages from like doing all these crazy ideas and actually channeling them into something that was, you know, a wearable garment that was fit to be sold in the future. One of the key skills for coming here, and something that you should love to do and practice anyway, is drawing. That's something that's really important, and I think most people who are actually interested in fashion want to be drawing things, they're drawing people, drawing what's around you. It's a good way to express your ideas. I started doing a lot of illustration alongside my practice, which led for me to be recognised as doing proper illustrations out in the fashion world alongside the degree, which was actually quite good in terms of my course because it put things into proportion. It also excelled my work in university because I was doing illustration as well. The atmosphere actually in the studio has been amazing since the beginning. Our studio is always a really productive place to be. Everyone respects each other's space. We have enough facilities for everyone. There's a lot of 3D experimentation as well, and you get to grasp a lot of skills, but because there are a lot of technical skills to get making clothes. I mean, it is a challenge to learn, but it doesn't feel like it's kind of sort of a laborious thing. It feels like very natural to be able to pick up these skills to turn your creative ideas into something real. I don't think you could ever say there was a sort of typical Kingston student. Knowing all my classmates and things like that, I just know how different we all are. Kingston has great connections with the industry. Throughout the time that I've been here, we've always had industry-based projects. So we are taught, I think, to actually have skills for a job at graduation. And I think being at Kingston, especially on the fashion course, we feel quite well equipped for the industry. We had a design project for Old Navy in California, San Francisco, and that was a very sort of drawing-based project, and I just really went for it. And we won a 10-week internship in San Francisco, which was sort of a proper design work placement. That was part of the university. As well as that, we had a really cool project with the British Fashion Council, which was for Nicole Fari. I was a finalist out of the universities in that project, which meant that I was interviewed with Nicole Fari and Caroline Rush and Anne Tyrrell, who are heads of British Fashion Council. The great thing about Kingston is that it really embraces your individuality, and I think one of the main feedbacks that we got at Graduate Fashion Week was how unique everyone's portfolio was, because they were all trained for these various industry projects. Everyone had something different to show and had totally different interpretations, but all equally as successful. So that was a really positive thing to know, that it does generate really diverse students. it's been such an enjoyable experience, and to know how much like we've all achieved, and I know the achievements I've had from Kingston, I really don't think I would have found had I not been here.